What if I told you that one small, easily overlooked item could decide whether you stay safe during a power outage or end up completely helpless in the dark? Sounds dramatic, right? It's not true. See, one moment you're fine, and the next you're fumbling around, cold, hungry, and wondering why you didn't prepare. That's why today, we're skipping the fluff and diving straight into the 8 must-have items you need to survive any blackout. No guesswork, no I'll figure it out later, because by the time the power cuts, later is too late. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, not just because everyone says it, but because here you're going to get real survival tips, smart gadgets, and clever hacks you didn't even know you needed until it's too late. You'll thank yourself the next time the lights vanish. Alright, let's jump in. Whether you're facing a storm, a random blackout, or just want peace of mind, these 8 essentials will keep you prepared, calm, and way ahead of the game. When the power's out, the difference between thriving and barely scraping by starts here. Number 8. Portable power banks and solar chargers. So you've got your flashlight ready. Great. But what happens when your phone battery starts dipping into the red zone? That's when panic sets in. Your phone isn't just for scrolling through memes. In a blackout, it's your flashlight, your map, your emergency call button, your connection to the outside world, and yes, your boredom killer. Lose that, and suddenly you're living like it's the 1800s, surrounded by candles and your own thoughts. That's where a solid portable power bank becomes your best friend. No drama, no Wi-Fi whining. It just sits quietly in your bag or pocket, waiting to save your battery and your sanity. And if you're smart, you'll get one with multiple full charges. Because let's be honest, you'll be scrolling, swiping, and checking updates the second the lights go out, even if the internet's down. Want to level up? Pair it with a solar charger. That way, even if the outage drags on for days, you can still keep your devices alive without needing a single wall socket. In the middle of the dark, that's not just convenience, that's survival. Picture this, the power's been out for hours, your devices are hanging on thanks to that trusty power bank, and you've been soaking up free energy from the sun with a sleek solar charger. No noisy generator, no scrambling for wall outlets, just clean, endless power from the sky. It's almost like Mother Nature herself leaned in and whispered, "Relax, I've got you covered." But here's the truth, that solar charger is only a hero if you've been smart about it. Charge your power banks before the outage hits, because nothing, and I mean nothing, crushes your spirit faster than grabbing a power bank in a blackout and realizing it's as dead as the rest of your house. That's not just disappointment, that's betrayal. With your lights handled and your phone powered, you're already feeling like you're winning this blackout game. But then, it hits. That low, unmistakable growl from your stomach. And just like that, the real survival boss shows up. Hunger, the microwave, dead, Uber Eats, forget it. Your fridge, slowly turning into a science experiment. This is the moment you thank yourself for having a stash of non-perishable food. I'm talking canned soups, chili, beans, vegetables, fruit cocktail, the kind of shelf-stable legends that laugh in the face of expiration dates. Add protein bars, peanut butter, crackers, dried fruit, trail mix, and suddenly you're running your own gourmet apocalypse kitchen. But there's one unsung hero you cannot forget. The manual can opener, that's right. Your fancy electric opener is now just a shiny paperweight. The old-school twist and pop version, total lifesaver. Survival in the dark is a wrist-powered game, my friend. Here's the secret. It's not just about keeping your stomach full, it's about keeping your morale high. Toss in cookies if you've got a sweet tooth. Add those hot sauce packets you've been hoarding from Taco Tuesday. Survival doesn't have to feel like punishment. Even if you're eating beans straight from the can by flashlight glow, you can still add a little dignity and a lot of flavor. The bottom line, when the world grinds to a halt, your hunger won't. Stock up, mix it up, and keep your pantry armed with foods you actually enjoy eating. Because nothing feels better than sitting in a powerless house, stomach full, and knowing you are 100% in control. Imagine this, you've got light in your hand, power in your pocket, snacks in your belly, and water like you're running your own off-grid empire. Everything feels under control, until a blackout throws you its favorite curveball, a minor, but painfully inconvenient injury. One wrong step in the dark, one overly ambitious candle move, or one fierce battle with a stubborn can of beans, and suddenly you're bleeding, limping, or cursing at your coffee table. That's where the first aid kit earns its crown. It's not flashy, it doesn't sing, and it won't trend on social media, but it might just be the most important thing you own during a blackout. Inside is everything you need to patch yourself up like a pro: bandages, antiseptic wipes, medical tape, tweezers, gauze, gloves, pain relievers, and yes, those magical alcohol wipes. Seriously, whoever invented them deserves a statue. Get a splinter digging through your pantry stash, tweezers to the rescue. Smacked your shin on a chair, clean it, bandage it, done. Headache creeping in from squinting at candlelight, pop a pain reliever, and carry on like the unshakable survival boss you are. Having a first aid kit isn't just about fixing cuts and bruises, it's about the confidence of knowing you can handle whatever small disasters come your way. You're not panicking, you're not scrambling, you're calmly handing out bandages like some blackout medic, earning instant respect from everyone around you. But while you're feeling prepared, another enemy is quietly moving in. The cold, it doesn't knock, it doesn't warn you. It just creeps under your blankets like an unwelcome guest and refuses to leave. 1 minute you're cozy, the next you're shivering and sipping tea that's gone cold way too fast. That's when you need backup heat sources, your big guns against Jack Frost. Propane heaters, wood stoves, or any safe-to-use indoor heating option can turn the tide in your favor. But remember this: heat is powerful, and so is its danger. Without proper safety precautions, ventilation, distance from flammables, and manufacturer instructions, your survival tool could turn into a hazard. Play it smart, respect the gear, and you'll stay warm enough to ride out the darkest, coldest nights like a pro. When the cold creeps in during a blackout, you can't just throw on another sweater and hope for the best. You need a real heat source. But here's the golden rule: ventilation is non-negotiable. Crack a window, keep that air moving, and avoid turning your living room into both a sauna and a hazard zone. You're aiming for cozy, not a tragic headline about warmth gone wrong. Let's break down your safest and most effective options. Option 1. The propane heater. Think of it as strapping a mini sun to your survival kit. It's quick, efficient, and requires almost zero effort. No wood chopping, no fire building drama. Just turn it on and bask in that glorious wave of heat. Perfect for anyone who wants comfort without feeling like they're auditioning for a frontier survival reality show. Option 2. The wood stove. Now this is for the off-grid romantics, the ones who love the smell of burning wood and the sound of a crackling fire. Yes, it takes more commitment. You'll need to chop wood, tend to the flames, and maybe channel your inner lumberjack. But the payoff: next level satisfaction. Warmth radiates around you. You can heat a pot of soup on top, and suddenly the blackout feels less like chaos and more like a peaceful winter retreat. But let's make one thing very clear: never bring in outdoor-only gear. That means no barbecue grills, no patio heaters, and definitely no camping stoves inside. These can fill your home with deadly gases faster than you realize. Keep them where they belong, outside. Indoors, only use heating tools specifically designed for safe indoor use. The bottom line: a safe, reliable heat source isn't just about comfort, it's a game changer. It's how you go from barely surviving to thriving like a winter warrior while the storm rages outside. Number 4. Flashlights and extra batteries. Here's the truth: flashlights are criminally underrated until the exact second the world plunges into darkness. 1 minute you're minding your business, the next you're standing in pitch black, fumbling around, praying you don't stub your toe on every piece of furniture you own. In that moment, light isn't just helpful, it's salvation. But this time, you're ready. You grab your flashlight, like the blackout boss you are, and suddenly your living room is glowing like you just became a one-person lighthouse. Instant relief, instant confidence. Here's the thing though: having one flashlight is rookie level. One is never enough. You need a team of them. One in the kitchen, one in the bedroom, one in the bathroom. Because trust me, a 2 a.m. bathroom trip in total darkness is a nightmare you don't need in your life. Want to really level up? Get yourself a headlamp. Yes, you might look like you're about to explore a cave system, but your hands will be free, and your hallway will feel like a fully lit runway. Bonus points if you walk like you're starring in your own sci-fi adventure. And let's not forget, a flashlight without batteries is just a fancy paperweight. Stockpile those batteries like your life depends on it, because in a blackout it might. When it comes to batteries, think like a squirrel. In autumn, hoard them until you've got enough to make even the most obsessive nut collector jealous. AA, AAA, the random odd sizes you never think about until the exact moment your flashlight dies. Get them all. Stash extras in your junk drawer, sock drawer, even in that mystery kitchen cabinet you never open. The more, the better. And if you want to level up to Blackout Legend status, grab rechargeable batteries and pair them with a solar charger. Now you're not just surviving, you're outsmarting the darkness entirely. Because here's the thing, flashlights aren't just tools. In a blackout, they're your first line of defense. They don't complain, they don't stall, and they never ghost you. They simply show up and get the job done. Stock up, scatter them throughout the house, and own your title as the flashlight wizard who doesn't just survive the dark, you dominate it. Number 3. The emergency radio, so your lights are glowing, your phone is at 100%, and you're strutting around like you've mastered this whole no-power situation. Feels pretty good, right? But here's the twist. When chaos truly kicks in and cell towers tap out, your shiny phone can turn into nothing more than an overpriced paperweight. No signal, no updates, just you staring at a black screen, wondering what's really going on out there. That's when the unsung hero steps up, the emergency radio. And no, I'm not talking about your grandpa's dusty old AM cell FM relic. Today's emergency radios are survival tech on steroids. We're talking built-in batteries, hand cranks for endless power, solar panels for charging in daylight, built-in flashlights, and yes, some can even juice up your phone in a pinch. They're designed to keep you connected when everything else fails, delivering real-time weather alerts, evacuation orders, and emergency broadcasts without needing Wi-Fi or cell service. Sure, you might get some weird static-filled tunes in between updates, but even that's comforting when the silence starts to feel too heavy. Hearing a real voice, even through crackle and static, is a reminder that the world is still out there, moving, reacting, and that you're not alone in the dark. And here's the truth, a battery-powered radio is good, but a hand-crank emergency radio, that's next-level survival energy. It's you, physically turning the handle and pulling information out of the air, like you're taking the disaster into your own hands, literally. Bottom line, your flashlight keeps you from stubbing your toe. Your power bank keeps your TikTok feed alive, but your emergency radio, that's your lifeline to the information that keeps you alive. In a blackout, it's not a luxury, it's a must-have. You've got your snacks, beans, protein bars, maybe even those cookies you swore you were saving for special occasions. You're riding high, feeling like the undisputed champ of survival, and then it hits. Not hunger, thirst, the kind of thirst that makes you feel like you just licked a salt block. You head to the sink, twist the tap, and nothing, no water, no drip, just the hollow hiss of a system that's shut down. In that moment, reality smacks you hard. When the water stops flowing, the game changes instantly. Water isn't just nice to have, it's life. Survival 101. Without it, all the flashlights, snacks and gadgets in the world won't save you. That's why the smart move, the legendary move, is having at least 1 gallon per person per day stored up. Drinking, obviously. Cooking, essential. Washing your hands and face when you start feeling like a swamp creature, absolutely. Even the cat needs its share, because in survival mode, everyone on the team matters. But what if the blackout stretches on for days? What if your carefully stashed gallons start running low? That's when the unsung hero of your kit steps forward, water purification tablets. These tiny no-nonsense lifesavers let you turn questionable water into safe, drinkable gold. Got a bucket of rainwater, a barrel in the backyard, even a suspicious puddle, drop in a tablet, wait, and you're suddenly running your own mini water treatment plant. And it's not just about drinking. Water quietly keeps everything moving, letting you wash dishes, rinse off, cook meals, and yes, even flush the toilet when you're feeling fancy. The more you store, the more control you have over the chaos. Big jugs, sturdy containers, an entire kitchen shelf dedicated to your stash, whatever it takes. Here's the bottom line. Water might not shine like a flashlight or hum like a generator, but it's the real MVP of blackout survival. Stock it, guard it, purify it if you have to, and you'll stay hydrated, healthy, and completely in charge while everyone else is scrambling.